Om Shanti Manoj Bhai. Yeah.
Oh yes, Om Shanti. I'm so sorry. I think I had kept it on mute.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah. So you can see the screen now.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So before we go ahead, I'll just repeat what I said. Apologies. Um so as all of you know, I'll just stop sharing the screen so that y'all don't just look at the screen all the time. I'll be doing it in a short while soon. So as all of you know that the seasons of Bab Dada Milan, they start with October. That's the first season usually of the first Murli starts in October. It's a double foreigners season. Quite a few of them are there in the audience here. After that, it goes into November, little bit of Diwali. Diwali overlaps either October end or November first, second weeks, followed by Christmas Eve and New Year, which all of us celebrate with Bab Dada. Coming to January, the auspicious month we call the Avyakt month, the Tapasya month, and the Day of Remembrance, which is Smriti Divas of 18 Jan coming soon. Smriti Divas so Samarthi Divas. So when you listen to the Murlis of 18 Jan, they are really very powerful and trying to make your stage become elevated as Brahma Baba. Then when we move on to February and March, Feb is the month for Shiva Jayanti or Shivratri, and finally March, the last season of the last Murli of the season, which ends with Holi, the beautiful festival which we celebrate. So this is the sequence usually of all the Murlis. So let us today, I'll share the screen again. Today's Murli is about Shiv Jayanti or Shivratri, and the title is beautiful, that keeping complete purity as the real fast, Sacha Vrat, and to sacrifice the limited consciousness of I, mainpan ka sampurna tyag. That is the real celebration of Shiv Jayanti. So it's a small Murli, nevertheless, we are fortunate we have time to revise it over a period of 2 days. So tomorrow we'll see what Bab Dada has said to the parties, and today we'll look at the main Murli over 3 pages. So today Father Shiva has especially come to celebrate the birthday of his Saligram children. So I hope you understand what is Saligram. When you go to Shiv Mandir, it's a big Shiv ka ling which is there, and there are many small pins which are there, or small links. They are Saligram. So which are basically the what we call our remembrance, all the children of Shiv Baba. So you children have come to celebrate the father's birthday, and Bab Dada in return has come to celebrate your birthday, because the father has a lot of love for you children. As soon as the father incarnates, he creates the sacrificial fire, and a sacrificial fire cannot be completed without Brahmins. This is why this birthday is alokik, unique, and lovely. It reminds me today's Murli of the perseverance which we post in our groups is also about the sacrificial fire. Unless the sacrificial fire becomes so blazed and becomes so intense, mm, the destruction won't take place. So this is also a memorial of the sacrificial fire, that is Shivratri or Shiv Jayanti. See, Baba says there has never been any other birthday throughout the whole cycle where the birthday of the father and the children is on the same day, nor can it ever be possible in the Lokik world also. Father and son having the birthday on the same day. The father is incorporeal. On the one hand, he is incorporeal, and on the other hand, we celebrate his birthday. So it is Father Shiva alone who does not have a body of his own. And this is why he incarnates in the body of Father Brahma. And it is this incarnation that you celebrate in the form of a birthday. So have all of you come to celebrate the Father's birthday, or it's your own birthday? Have you come to give congratulations or to receive congratulations? So you can decide what it is. It is both give and take. This is the promise of remaining together made by children to the Father. And now at the confluence age, you have the combined company. Your incarnation is at the same time when you are carrying out the task of transformation together and also returning home together. So two tasks. Task of first we must say returning home, very important, and second is carrying out the task. So as I'm remembering again and again that other perseverance Murli, same thing about how will I make this sacrificial fire intense when I have this constant remembrance in my awareness that I have to return home. It is only then can I can stop attraction or getting attracted to the Lockic things. So I have to have this awareness. I have to return home. I have to return home. And that will help me in carrying out the task of transformation easier. Baba says this is the form of the love of the father and the children. Devotees also celebrate Shiva Jayanti, but they simply call out and sing songs. You don't call out. Your celebration means to become equal. तो हमारा मनाना means समान बनना. शिव जयंती मनाना means to become saman, equal to the father. Also to celebrate means to continue to fly with constant zeal and enthusiasm, umang utsaha. This is why this is called a festival. Festival means utsav, because utsaha hota hai. A festival means to maintain enthusiasm. So you are also celebrating always. That is, you always maintain your enthusiasm. Is it all the time or only sometimes? In fact, the breath of the Brahmin life is zeal and enthusiasm. So you're always celebrating. Just as you cannot stay without breathing, in the same way, without zeal, the Brahmin souls cannot stay in Brahmin life. You experience this, don't you? Look, you have specially come running from so far away just to celebrate this birthday. Bab Dada doesn't have as much happiness of his own birthday as he has of the birthday of you children. This is why he's giving each one of you children platefuls of multi-million fold happiness and congratulations. And thrice he said congrats. On this day, Bab Dada is also remembering the true devotees a great deal. They keep a fast for just one day, whereas you keep a fast of complete purity for your whole life. So now I try to look at the contrast in devotion and in the path of knowledge. They keep a fast of food, and you also keep a fast of the food of the mind, which are waste thoughts, negative thoughts, impure thoughts. You have kept a firm fast. The double foreigners are sitting at the front. Kumars speak. Have you kept a firm fast? Is it firm or weak? Baba says Maya is also listening. All of you are waving your flags and Maya is watching you waving your flags. If you can remember 31st December Murli, which Baba mentioned that Maya also comes and complains to me that Baba, please take care of these children. I know it is my time to go away, but these children invoke me. And how do we invoke us? By those three things: waste thoughts, negative thoughts, and impure thoughts. So Baba is saying Maya is also listening to you. When you keep a fast of definitely having to become pure, then to keep this fast means to make your attitude elevated, Sresht Vritti. As is your attitude, so is your vision, and your actions automatically become that. So Drishti and Kriti. So have you kept such a fast? Pure and clean attitude, pure and clean vision. When you look at one another, what do you look at? Do you look at the face or at the sparkling soul in the center of the forehead? One child said that when he has to speak to others or when he has to do something, he has to do that whilst looking at the face, and that the vision then goes towards the person's eyes. However, Baba is saying sometimes seeing the face, your attitude changes a little. This is a very beautiful practice we have at Brahma Kumaris. When we speak to each other, we try to look at the forehead, in the center of the forehead, and try to visualize that sparkling soul. Because Baba is saying when you look at someone's eyes, nose, blah blah, etc., different parts of the face, your attitude starts changing. So Bab Dada says together with the eyes there is also the forehead. So can you not speak to the soul whilst looking at the center of the forehead? So Baba is saying that child, someone who was complaining that, oh Baba, it's very difficult to look at the forehead. But Baba says, don't worry. When you're speaking to someone, when you're looking at them, you're looking at their eyes or in the center of the forehead. They don't know. They just see that, yes, you're looking at me. But it is you who know what you're looking at. So Baba is saying, therefore start having this practice of looking at the center of the forehead. Now Bab Dada is sitting in front of you. So can you tell whether he's looking at your eyes or at your forehead? They are both together. So look at the face, but look at the sparkling star in the center of the forehead on the face. And therefore keep this fast. So this is the best way to make sure that my fast is persistent. You're keeping this fast, but now pay more attention. You have to speak whilst looking at the soul, because the soul is speaking to the soul. The soul is looking at the soul, and then your attitude will always remain pure. And together with that, the other benefit is that as is your attitude, so is the atmosphere created. So this Baba says in Hindi, vritti se vatavaran ya vayu mandal banta hai. By creating an elevated atmosphere together with your own effort, service is also done. So that is double benefit, isn't it? So create such an elevated attitude that no matter how vicious or impure someone may be, he is just transformed by the atmosphere which is created through your attitude. So we have to work on our attitude. Let there always be this fast in your awareness and in your form. So the fast is of having an elevated attitude always. Nowadays Bab Dada has been looking at the children's chart. Instead of creating the atmosphere through your own attitude, sometimes the children become influenced by the atmosphere created by others. So what's the reason for that? In their heart-to-heart conversations, children speak very sweet things. What do they say? Oh Baba, I like that one's speciality. I receive a lot of cooperation from that one. Baba is cautioning us. However, that speciality is a gift from God. Whatever attainments and specialities you have in Brahmin life, they are Prabhu Prasad. They are an offering from God. They are God's gifts. So you never forget the bestower, Baba is saying. But what we do is we forget the bestower and remember the ones who are the receivers. So prasad or holy offering is never anyone's personal possession. This is called therefore Prabhu Prasad. Very fact it is Prabhu Prasad means it's coming from God Almighty. It's a special offering received from God. It is not said to be prasad of so and so soul. No, it's Prabhu se. So you receive cooperation, that is good, but at least do not forget the bestower who enables you to receive cooperation. So are you keeping a firm fast for this birthday? Has your attitude changed? Complete purity. This is keeping a real fast and making a promise. So next Baba says, check. You're observing the fast of the big gross vices. But are you free from their little children? So we'll come to this, what little children Baba is speaking about. Generally, householders have more love for their grandchildren than their children. Don't you know it's being very commonly said that the grandparents like the grandchildren more than their own children. इसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं ब्याज ज़्यादा पसंद है rather than मूल, which means if you have some property or some money, the interest which you get on that is more pleasing. You have more love for the interest. You count that rather than the principal amount which you have, right? So Baba is catching the mothers. You mothers have love for them, don't you? So you have conquered the big forms of vices, but their little subtle forms do not attack you, do they? For instance, some say, I'm not attracted, but I do like it. Baba अच्छा लगता है. This अच्छा word can be very dangerous, remember. I like that thing more, but I'm not attracted to it. So why do you especially like it? Baba is saying. So check that there aren't any traces of impurity left in little forms. Because from a trace, sometimes a whole progeny can be created. So when any vice comes, whether in a big form or a small form, there is just one word that causes it. And what's that word is? I. The I of body consciousness. Through this one word I, there is arrogance, or if there is not complete arrogance, then there is anger, because the sign of arrogance is that one is unable to tolerate even one word of insult towards him, and he therefore gets angry. So devotees offer a sacrifice, but on this day, whatever limited consciousness of I you have, sacrifice that to the Father and finish it. Don't think I have to do it anyway. I have to become that anyway. Complain हम बाबा को करते रहते हैं. हाँ बाबा हम ठीक हो ही जाएंगे. Not that गे की भाषा which Baba doesn't like. Do not think about doing it sometime in the future. You have to do it now. You are powerful, so be powerful and finish it now. It is not anything new for you. How many cycles and how many times have you become complete? Do you remember? It is not anything new for you. You have become that every cycle, and you are becoming what you have already been. So we have just have to repeat it. You have to create that which is already created, and that is why it is called predestined drama. It's already created and you just have to repeat it now. That is, you have to create it. So maybe you can say recreate it. Every kalp we have been doing it, so you have to just recreate it or repeat it. So is this difficult or easy? Bab Dada believes that you have the blessing of the confluence age. And what is the blessing? Easy effort. So संगम युग को ये वरदान है कि जो भी कुछ करते हैं सहज मिलता है. Because this is the time, the confluence age is the time where whatever you do becomes very easy and you get multi-million fold. So it's easy effort, Sahaj Purusharth. Through the blessing of easy effort in this birth, you will automatically attain an easy life for 21 births. Bap Dada has come to liberate every child from laboring. See, you have worked hard for 63 births, which is the births of copper and iron together. Copper and iron age. Copper age has how many? 21, and iron has 42. So total is 63 births. Therefore now with God's love in this one birth, become free from laboring. When there is love, there is no labor. Beautiful words in Urdu which Baba uses. Mohabbat hai to mehnat nahi hai. And where there is labor, then that means there is no love. So Bap Dada is giving you the blessing of being an easy effort maker, and the way to become free is love. Love for the Father from your heart. So be absorbed in love, and the great instrument, that is yantra, is the mantra of Manmana Bhava. तो स्नेह में या प्यार में समाने का यंत्र है मनमना भव का मंत्र. So remember that today. Use this instrument, which means this mantra. You know how to use it, don't you? Bap Dada has seen how through God's love at the confluence age you have received so many powers and virtues, so much knowledge and happiness. So Gyan, Gun and Shaktiyan are typical three attainments which we have. Therefore use all these treasures and gifts from God at the right time. So did you hear what Bap Dada wants from you? That each child should now be an easy effort maker. That's what we have to be. Easy and also intense. Again, a balance of both. Easy doesn't mean becoming careless. No, never. Easy yet intense. And for that we have to use determination. That yes, I have to become that. If I don't become, then who will? I was that, I am that, and I will be that every cycle. So in Sanskrit we call this Tatatvam Asi. That I was that, I am that, and I will be that. Past, present, future. I know my all three aspects of the time, what I was, what I am, and what I will be. That is also called being Trikaldarshi. So you definitely have to adopt such firm faith in yourself. Do not say that you will do it at some point, karenge, ge, no. You definitely have to do it now. It has to happen, and rather it is already accomplished. Baba is saying हुआ ही पड़ा है. आप लोगों का पद already fix है. You just have to in one way, step into that position of yours. So it is just happening. Babdada is pleased to see the children of this land and abroad. However, he is not just seeing you children who are personally in front of him. He is also seeing all the children everywhere of this land and abroad. The majority of birthday greetings have come from everywhere, and Baba always keeps mentioning that he's received many cards, emails, and also thoughts from the heart. The father sings songs of the children, and you also sing, don't you? And what is our song? In Hindi we say, Baba aapne kamal kar diya. So we say, Baba, you have performed wonders. We have this beautiful song sung by Mahendra Kumar. Baba aapne kamal kar diya. Kya kamal kar di? Drishti deke srishti badal di. Therefore the father also sings the song that, sweet children, you have also performed wonders. Bab Dada always says that you are sitting personally in front of him, but those who are sitting far away are also sitting in Bab Dada's heart. Today, in the thoughts of the children from everywhere, there was just congrats. This sound was reaching Bab Dada's ears, and the thoughts were reaching his mind. These are not just cards. Cards are just for namesake, and the letters are also just the namesake. However, they are very great gifts, even greater than diamonds. So Baba is saying, all your emails, all your letters full of love, sneha bhari yadein, whatever you all send in those is nothing but great gifts for me, even greater than all your golden age diamonds, right? All of you are listening and are becoming pleased. So you have all celebrated your birthday. Whether you are a 2-year-old or 1-year-old or even 1 week old or even say 1 day old in knowledge, that is still the birthday of the establishment of Yajna. So Yajna ka hai means hamara bhi hai. So anything of the Yajna, anything to do with Brahmins is also mine. All because, why? Because all Brahmins are residents of the Yajna. And this is why Bap Dada is giving all the children lots and lots of love and remembrance from his heart, together with blessings. Always continue to be sustained with blessings and continue to fly. It reminds me of that Baba keeps saying, oh Baba, why this happened to me? Why me? Why me? No, get rid of this why and start to fly. It is easy to give and receive blessings, isn't it? Is it easy? Those who feel it easy, raise your hands. Wave your flags. So you don't let go of these blessings, do you? Why Baba says flags? Because as we go further in Murlis, say from 2000 onwards, when the wings were established in 1999 by respected brother Jagdish Bhai, so then the wings used to come each, 4 or 5 wings used to come in each Baba Milan, and they used to get their flags with lot of slogans written on that. And whenever Baba used to say stand up, or Baba used to ask anything, they used to wave. So Baba is saying, wave your flags now, and don't let go of whatever blessings I'm giving you. The easiest effort of all is to give blessings and receive blessings. Duaएं देना, दुआएं देना, सबसे सहज पुरुषार्थ, which will help you in making your effort very easy. Yoga is included in this. Knowledge is also included in it. Dharana is included along with service. So all 4 subjects are included in what? In duaएं देना, दुआएं लेना. All 4 subjects are included in giving blessings and receiving blessings. So I'll just take this last paragraph. So double foreigners, it is easy to give and receive blessings. Isn't it easy? Those who have been in knowledge for 20 years, since you first came here, raise your hands. So Baba is remembering the very old time senior BKs, more than 20 years in knowledge. It is 20 years that you have been coming, but Bab Dada is giving you all multi-million fold congratulations. So from how many countries have the children come? So someone said, Baba, 69 countries. So Baba is saying, congratulations, you have come from 69 countries to celebrate the 69th birthday. You know, for us 69 is a very auspicious figure for Brahmins. You know why? 1969 was the year of ascension of Brahma Baba, And also 2006, this Murli is of actually 2005 going into 2006. So 2006, 70 years were getting over. So the 69th Shivratri was that time. So it's 69th birthday, and Baba is saying, see, representatives from 69 countries have come. It is so good. There wasn't any difficulty in coming here, was there? You came here easily, didn't you? Where there is love, there is no labor. So what special blessing of today will you remember? So remember, today's special blessing to be underlined is easy effort making. And then you can churn on it. Today we have more time for churning. That how can we be easy in our effort making? Because anything that is easily done is done quickly. सहज भी है और सरल भी है और जल्दी भी हो जाता है. Work that requires a lot of effort is difficult and therefore takes time. So who are all of you? Easy effort makers. Say it, remember it. So now when you return back to your countries, do not get engrossed in laboring. When you have any work to do that requires labor, then say from your head, Baba, my Baba. So Baba is saying, renounce this consciousness which we are saying, the limited consciousness of I, my and mine. Baba is saying, if you're so used to doing my and mine, then say my Baba, and the labor will finish. Acha, you have now celebrated, haven't you? The Father has celebrated, and all of you also have celebrated. Acha, speak up. And the double foreigners have had 6 separate bhatti groups. That's a speciality. The double foreigners used to come here, and they used to really, Baba used to like the effort they used to make. They used to have a lot of different groups. Like, to give you a few examples, the call of the time, the peace of the mind, all these retreats used to happen. The still point retreat, many such retreats. So they had that time 6 separate bhatti groups. So with this I'll stop here, and tomorrow we'll read the later part of the Murli, and again we'll spend a minute in silence and then start churning, and you can start sharing then. Yes, so welcome back. So let's start sharing, and whatever you feel is you've taken from the Murli, you've absorbed it, particularly things of what is the significance of Shiv Jayanti and what is the easy effort which we can make. So we would like to hear your sharings if anyone wants to.
Om Shanti, brother. Very nice, Murli. Thank you, Baba. And especially the part where Shiv Jayanti is not just the birthday of Shiva, but it's the birthday of all the children. It's a very unique message. And with such easy effort, we can all become equal to the Father. That's a great message. And the other thing which I really liked was that the true fast is when you actually release all the impurities forever, not just for one day. And when you speak to someone, you connect from soul to soul using the forehead third eye position, which is an important thing to practice. Thank you very much. And there's so many other points, but I'm sure others would also like to share. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. So, while speaking about that fasting, you say the three thoughts has to be, one is waste thoughts, another one is impure thoughts, another one is negative thoughts. And what's the difference between impure thoughts and negative thoughts, brother?
Okay, interesting. So as you were saying, I was just trying to memorize that with the mnemonic of WIN, W-I-N, waste, impure, negative. There's a lot of overlap in all of them. Waste and impure are all in the category of negative, no doubt. But subtle differences, I'll tell you, waste thought would be like, it's now 6 o'clock and I'm just wondering, oh, what will happen at 7? When I'm driving on the road, will there be a lot of traffic? So that's a completely waste thought, because it's not in my control whether there'll be traffic or not. And if you look at impure thought, impure is that trace of impurity. You know, purity is a big subject in Brahma Kumaris, which Baba has said. So impurity doesn't really mean only your physical impurity. It could be if you're having a thought, say, of anger or jealousy or hatred, envy. So all these are also impurities, and which Babdada actually touched today a lot, that we have given up the big vices of, say, anger, lust, greed, ego, etc., all those. But those small things, even a little bit of irritation, frustration, a little bit of chirchadapan, what we say, or even what we call in Hindi alas albelapan, that is carelessness and laziness. So all these in one way, when they come as impure, these are impure thoughts related to these. So I think that's the difference between the two. And even if I'm, say, not able to do my effort properly, and if I get sort of disheartened with myself, that is also a waste thought. So it's a big bunch of all these thoughts. W-I-N. So I think you should win over these. I think we can take this mnemonic from today: waste, impure and negative. Win over them. Right?
Shanti, brother. Thanks for the Murli. Baba today was saying about looking at the forehead and not the face. So this has actually been a vardhan to me over time now. You know, the story goes like this. As we start going from children to adolescence and then to adults, with me it was so used to happen that so many people from different parts of the world, so many different languages, what to speak. So a sense of hesitation used to be around me. So looking at the face never used to happen so easily to me. I used to look there, here, and it eventually became a kind of a problem. That yes, something is not correct. I'm not able to get the essence of the person by looking at them. So as I learned meditation, I learned that there is a force behind the face. That's in the forehead. That's the Atma. So once I conceptualized that and understood and remembered this, I have to first understand myself as soul and look at the other person's forehead to see him in his true form. I understood that this is giving me actually power. The power was the power of confidence. And the other person and me, the communication was better, clear, and smoother. And it has been helpful till date. So it is actually powerful that Baba gives us this knowledge that look at the forehead and not the face. That's my carry on message.
Om Shanti. Very wonderful sharing, Vinod Bhai. And I will want to continue on one of such experiences. Now, of late, initially it was not very easy for me to move on and look at the other person as a soul. But of late, what I have practiced is, before I get into any conversation or any meetings, whether it is personal or professional, I set myself in a soul conscious form. Maybe in few seconds, I will sit in Baba's remembrance and I get myself on in that form. And then it becomes easy for me to connect with the other person as a soul. And when any meeting has happened with that kind of a connection, there is so much of freedom in conversation because there is no backdrop of thoughts that is governing कि ये ऐसा ही है and this person could be this way or this person could be that way. That is absolutely dropped. And whether the work has happened or not happened, there is a set of energy of contribution that is being there on each of these sides. So thanks, Vinod, for bringing that in our notice. And this is what I would want to share in my experience. One more point of today's Murli. Yes, sister, go ahead.
So give blessings and receive blessings is an easy way, and it covers all the 4 subjects as Baba said. How can we bring that in action, sister?
Marish Bhai, would you like to answer this?
Okay. So your question is, I don't know whether I'm able to answer this correctly. I'll try to answer. So see, when we say all 4 subjects, Gyan, Yog, Dharana, Seva, which is knowledge, then Yog, then Dharana is the inculcation of those divine virtues, and the service. So if I am, what I must say, I'm perfect in all these 4 subjects, it is then only I can give blessings and receive blessings. So now when I say knowledge, so what is the point of knowledge? That I am a soul and the person in front of me is also a soul. So this concept of soul consciousness, when you get, that can easily help you give blessing and receive blessings, because when we are looking at the soul, we are able to completely forget that what that person, he or she, has done with me in the past or is doing, because the soul consciousness immediately takes you towards God consciousness. Therefore in Hindi we say that khud ko jana hai to khuda ko jana hai. The moment, and this is the actually mantra of Man Mana Bhava also, what comes today in the Murli again. So this is a point of knowledge. So this is application of point of knowledge. The moment I become soul conscious, it's easy for me to give blessing. Second, I'll just take an example of yoga now. So okay, I have the knowledge, I am a soul, but I'm still not able to give a blessing. Why? Because probably my power of yoga is little, or it's less, and that I can sustain myself by getting connected to Baba more and more. And so therefore instances like this January month, the tapasya month, what we call, to become avyakt, because it's 18 January coming close by, and having this consciousness, the angelic consciousness, throughout the entire day will help me in sustaining my yoga power with Baba. So this way, as I become more powerful through yoga, knowledge is a subject, no doubt, but yoga is a subject of power. So the moment I become more powerful, then I can easily give and receive blessings. So same thing applies to, sorry, I'm just going on and on, but I'll finish the 3rd and 4th subject since you asked. 3rd subject is about inculcating virtues or values. So the moment I start using those virtues, like for example, when there is little bit of jealousy creeping up inside me, some little bit of envy towards my fellow companions or towards my colleagues, whatever, what virtue can I use at that time, and what power can I use, the virtues and powers, the treasures, which will help in neutralizing that, and then that will itself will become a blessing for that person. Then I don't have to really struggle with lot of envy and jealousy. So I have to apply a counter thing for that. So for jealousy, you can only tell me, Satya Bhen, if I'm having this little bit of jealousy for someone, oh, this person is going ahead of me in practice or even in spiritual effort. Many people say, oh, I am jealous that you are able to do so much seva. That's a wrong word to use. So what can you apply? What virtue can you apply inside? Opposite of jealousy? It could be any virtue or value. Anyone can answer. If not Satya Bhen, also maybe Rakhi Bhen can answer. What virtue can counteract the feeling of jealousy?
Selflessness.
Yeah, oh good. So selflessness, then peace, then also that I am full, I am contented soul. I don't need to compare myself. Yes, Rakhi Bhen, bolo. You were saying something.
the sense of being complete with your own self that you just
Of,
mentioned,
yeah,
and also having gratitude
yeah.
that there is someone who's doing real good work
Hmm.
and learning from that soul.
True. So all of us are churning. Fantastic. So different churnings are coming up in the chat box as well. So if we start applying a virtue, value, or a power, or even a point of knowledge, that's the reason Baba says Gyan, Gun, Shaktiyan. Just keep these three in your mind, these three treasures all the time, and then it will be easy to counteract that feeling which is negative, WIN, waste, impure and negative, and then automatically you'll start giving blessings to each other. Then you don't have to give it, it automatically happens if you are situated in that stage of contentment, of being complete, or even as Vinod Bhai said, being selfless. And last is about seva, service point. We don't really, sometimes people as Brahmins, they just want to do seva, seva, seva. No. Baba says, let knowledge be first and yoga together, and inculcation of flow, and then people will ask you for seva, and you don't have to really go and ask, can I do this? You just don't need to ask. For example, some karmana seva at the center. Oh, Didi, should I do this? Should I do that? No, you just have to tell Didi, yes, Didi, I have come. Do you have any work for me today? I'm just giving an example of karmana seva, physical. There are so many different forms of service. It is mansa seva, vacha seva, a lot. So we don't have to really go and hunt for service. Service will just keep coming to me. कहते हैं ना in Hindi की छलकते हुए आएगी, it will छम छम करके आएगी service. So that way, then when you do service for someone and you make someone feel very good or happy, or even the center in charge is happy with your performance, so what will that soul automatically do? Automatically blessings will come out. Yes, this soul is so good, he or she is doing so everything for the Baba's house. So this way I think all these four subjects are linked in that receiving blessings and taking blessings. I don't know, sorry, I went for more than 5 minutes, but I hope Satya Bhen, it makes you understand it a bit clearly that how these four subjects are linked with giving and receiving blessings.
Thank you, brother. It is very clear, brother. Om Shanti, brother.
Go ahead, Bhavna Ben, yeah.
Om Shanti. Adding on to the current topic which is going on, Baba had also said that become an intense effort maker, along with being an easy effort maker. Because if we will only focus on being easy effort makers, then we will become careless. So we have to keep in mind that we have to make intense efforts. Om Shanti.
One more point in today's Murli that Baba is speaking about is when we are stayed away or we are, we are getting attracted to any person's speciality. It's not about that person's speciality, but it is the quality that God has given the person. And we've been in that remembrance that it is Prabhu Prasad. So this word that Baba has used today, remember it's Prabhu Prasad, that each person has their own speciality, and that will allow us to be detached from any of these kind of influences. So that's another takeaway point for me. Om Shanti.
And thank you, Rakhi Ben, for pointing. Therefore, it's important that don't get influenced by people, speakers. There are many, you'll hear talks, BK talks also. There are n number of people who are speaking fantastic, very influential speakers. But remember that don't get influenced by anyone, get influenced only by one. That is by Baba, Baba, and no one else. Because look at the specialities and say, yes, it is coming from Baba, from the bestower, because Baba said that very clearly. You forget me, the bestower, and then you get just stuck with that soul. And that is the word I must say. We are getting stuck. And that's the reason हमारा योग नहीं लगता है, because पॉइंट भी जो हम बोलते हैं उस क्लास से आता है, तो हम क्या बोलते हैं, अरे इसके क्लास से सुना, अरे उसके क्लास से नहीं सुना, Baba ने सुनवाया है उससे. So remember, whatever we speak, share in any class or something, or whenever you're listening, have that consciousness it is coming from Baba's Murli. Right? So it's important. So I think it's quite a few sharings. Thank you. Let's move on into the meditation mode. So again, no comment. Yeah.
Before we go in meditation mode,
Yeah,
can I read few messages there on chat box?
you can read. Yeah, no problem.
So there is a message from Sister Shivani, and she says it can also mean attachment to one's own thoughts, ideas, concepts, belief system, equally unhealthy because it hinders growth directly or indirectly. Baba also points towards that because this Purusharth is about the depth and
Subtleties.
subtleties. It also boils down to breaking off from everything during the final moments. Nashto Moha Smriti Labdha. Point that Anuben has put across is observe the fast of complete purity. Be an easy and intense effort maker. Be victorious with true love for the One Father. Dainam Dina or
Duaएं
the
देना, दुआएं.
Duai Dena and Duai Lena is the easiest effort making in which effort for all four subjects is included. Win, great way to remember it. Renouncing these three will make me win or be victorious. Good wishes. Yes, it's wrong to use the word jealousy. It's not a word to use in the Brahmin's dictionary, neither to feel it. Have good wishes for all and make your intense effort.
Right, thank you, Rakhi Ben. So that WIN is a mnemonic to remember for waste, impure, and negative. So we have to win over these three win, the wrong win rather. Okay, so today again no commentary. We'll play some background meditation music and let's try to be absorbed in Baba's remembrance. It's a sacred month of January. So no commentary again. I'll just share the screen. Om Shanti. So thank you everyone. See you tomorrow. Over to you, Rakhi Ben. Anything?
Om Shanti. Let's be in the remembrance that everyone that we meet in this speciality is Prabhu Prasad, and we shall meet tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m.
Om Shanti.